It's a little crazy idea. But all I did, I asked for a review because I didn't think it was a foul. And, again, I'm good at this stuff. I didn't think it was a foul. I thought it was two great athletes that crashed into each other and got entangled.
President Trump called FIFA President Gianni Infantino earlier this week and urged him to reconsider the suspension of the US's top goal scorer, Folarin Balogun.
For the first time since 1962, a red card issued during a FIFA World Cup tournament will not result in an automatic match suspension. On Sunday, FIFA's disciplinary committee abruptly reversed its standard protocol, clearing United States striker Folarin Balogun to compete in Monday's round of 16 knockout match against Belgium. The regulatory body deferred Balogun's suspension, rendering him eligible to compete. This technical maneuver followed a direct telephone intervention from U.S. President Donald Trump to FIFA President Gianni Infantino. By analyzing the specific regulatory loopholes utilized, the geopolitical alignments under the 250th anniversary of the United States, and the formal institutional backlash from European football authorities, this video will demonstrate how executive lobbying successfully altered the enforcement of athletic discipline on the world's most rigid sporting stage. Prior to this intervention, the operational guidelines governing the World Cup left no room for bureaucratic negotiation. Under standard FIFA tournament regulations, any direct red card carries an absolute, non-appealable suspension for the subsequent fixture. Balogun is the central node of the attacking structure. When the referee issued Balogun a direct dismissal in the match against Bosnia-Herzegovina last week, sports analysts and team officials universally operated under the assumption that the striker was disqualified from the knockout opener. FIFA officials initially reinforced this reality, publicly reiterating that member associations possessed no formal legal mechanism to appeal field-of-play dismissals. The conventional understanding dictated that the United States men's national team would face Belgium without their primary offensive asset. The baseline protocol collapsed when a parallel diplomatic channel bypassed standard sporting jurisprudence. Following the match, President Trump initiated a personal telephone call to FIFA President Gianni Infantino to contest the suspension. White House correspondents later detailed that the president expressed his direct displeasure with the decision to award the red card that would keep Balogun out of the game. Immediately following the legal reversal, the political nature of the transaction was confirmed via an explicit statement from the executive. The president stated on Truth Social, "Thank you to FIFA for doing what was right and reversing a great injustice." This public acknowledgement bypasses the standard separation between state actors and sports governance. The U.S. men's national team accepted the decision and confirmed they were pleased that Balogun is eligible to compete on Monday, verifying that the administrative decision was fast-tracked outside the standard calendar of the disciplinary committee. To understand how a phone call overrode a World Cup rulebook, one must examine a sustained multi-year campaign of institutional cultivation. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has consistently sought to gain the U.S. president's approval. Journalist records confirm multiple visits by Infantino to the Oval Office over the past year, frequently accompanied by gifts and direct reminders regarding the economic and global impact of hosting the tournament. This relationship reached its institutional peak with a custom-designed award where FIFA inaugurated the FIFA Peace Prize, presenting the medal to President Donald Trump during a formal ceremony at the Kennedy Center. Furthermore, Infantino's alignment with executive agendas has been directly integrated into the political calendar. Infantino has explicitly tied the cultivation of this tournament to the overall celebrations happening around the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, a milestone central to the president's message regarding the country's standing to both domestic and international audiences. The mechanics of Balogun's clearance rely on a highly calculated reading of FIFA's legal literature. To execute the reversal without explicitly deleting the red card, FIFA's disciplinary committee suspended the implementation of the active sanction. While the technical connection between the president's phone call and the ultimate ruling remains unstated by officials, using this mechanism for a straight red card in a World Cup knockout stage has broken the governing paradigm of international football, drawing immediate severe institutional retaliation. The Royal Belgian Football Association issued an emergency declaration stating they were completely astonished, characterizing the U-turn as an unprecedented intervention in tournament rules. European football observers have expressed deep concern that this decision introduces explicit political influence back into the arena of sports. Concurrently, critics have warned that the moment endangers tainting the positive atmosphere of what had been a highly praised World Cup tournament. The Belgian Federation has made its opposition clear, setting up a major institutional rift between European football authorities and FIFA headquarters. The clearing of Folarin Balogun resolves a tactical dilemma for the United States national team, but it exposes a deeper systemic vulnerability in the governance of global sport. If the rules of the World Cup can be suspended through external political lobbying, what structural mechanisms remain to protect the integrity of on-field officiating? Does this intervention set a precedent where sovereign political influence determines player eligibility in tournament knockouts? And can FIFA maintain its status as an independent international body when its disciplinary codes are openly challenged by state actors? The official source transcripts and the formal objections filed by the Belgian FA are detailed in the description below. Review the timeline of the executive communications and leave your analysis of how this structural shift changes the landscape of international sports arbitration.